thanks for stopping by. Today we are making coconut shrimp chicken fried rice. This is an elevated fried rice, perfect for any occasion, the perfect homemade date night food. Kind of a soft and tough situation going on. So we hope that this is easy for you to follow, and please like and subscribe at the end of this video. Thank you. So first off, you place your pot, put the heat on and put some water in it, and then we add our chicken stock. And thereafter we add our coconut milk. Remember, this is an elevated kind of fried rice, so everything good is going into it. And this coconut milk adds a lot of moisture and just deliciousness to the food. And then we leave that, we cover that to boil for a little bit. Then we wash our rice. Now I'm going to be washing this rice over and over again because I'm not parboiling it, so I want to remove as much starch as possible and all the dirt in it. So I'm going to be washing it thoroughly about 3 times over. So once our rice is thoroughly washed and cleaned, we now move it over to the boiled mixture. The boiled mixture has water, coconut milk, and chicken stock. That's the water gotten from cooking the chicken with seasoning, homemade chicken stock. So now we transfer all the rice into that boiled water. Now the water being boiled makes it cook faster and prevents it from being soggy. So now once that is done, we leave that to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then, because this is a one pot plan, I'll be taking out the rice from the pot and putting it into a sieve. But as you can see, the rice has soaked up all that moisture and it doesn't have anything leaking or pouring out. So all the coconut milk and chicken stock is soaked into the rice. Now I've cleaned the pot and now I'm adding my chicken seasoned groundnut oil. Now you can see the particle inside. Then we're now adding butter because butter makes everything better. So yeah, we're adding butter for that flavor, that deliciousness, and also make sure the rice doesn't stick to the pot. Now we're adding onions. I've cut them in big crescent chunks. We're adding them to the butter and oil mixture, and we're just going to let that cook a little bit. You're not trying to caramelize it, just cook it a little bit. Then we're going to add our peppers. Now I have red, green, and yellow bell peppers with spring onions. Now this just gives a beautiful color, sweetness, and fragrance, and then a little bit of heat to the dish, which is amazing. So now I'm going to be adding a mixture of 3 of them and mixing them together. Look at that color mixture. It's just beautiful. Now I'm going to be adding my shrimp. Now shrimp cooks pretty fast, but I'm going to be adding it early because I want it to soak up all the juice from the butter, the peppers, the onions, and everything. So the shrimp might be slightly overcooked at the end, but it's going to be beautiful and flavorful. Now time to season. I'm adding dry thyme. And then I'll be adding my curry powder, just a little bit. I'm not using any fancy measurements, just my intuition. Now I'm grating in my garlic, 1 clove of garlic, because you see, onions, garlic, and ginger, holy trinity of cooking. Now I'm adding my ginger. This just adds more flavor and more sweetness to the dish. Now I'm going to season a bit more with some chicken cubes. Here I'm using Maggi, Niger pot seasoning, and Benny chicken flavor. I often experiment with my seasoning and I just go with my gut pretty much. So I feel like that's how our mothers taught us to cook, like just go with your inner cook. Now I'm adding a bit of lime juice because this lime juice just sweetens up that shrimp, and that lime taste is going to hit you at some point in that rice, and it's just amazing. For some extra sauce, I'm going with chili sauce, about 3 pumps. Again, remember, this is an elevated dish, so everything but the kitchen sink is going into it because it just has to be extra because that's what it is. So now I'm going to add my shredded chicken at this point. Now that chicken is also going to soak up all that flavor, all that beautifulness. I used boneless chicken breast. It was easy to dice them into small cubes. Now I'm going to be adding a little bit of fried rice spice. This is basically for color, but you don't want to add too much because you don't want it looking too green. Just a little lime green is what you're going for. So just a little bit of color from that fried rice spice. So once that is done, we leave it to cook for a little bit. Now I'm adding a bit more chicken cubes because I tasted it and I felt like I wanted more flavor in it. Now mixing it together a bit more, and now I can transfer my rice back in. Once that mixture at the bottom is fried together a little bit, now you can transfer your rice back in and just mix it together. Now you really have to put some muscle into this to make sure all that good stuff at the bottom is properly incorporated into the rice. You don't want any chunks staying at the bottom. You want to make sure everything is properly incorporated into the rice. So here I'm mixing it thoroughly to make sure. Can you see all those colors popping through? I'm telling you, this rice is a winner. Shoot your shot with this rice. Now I'm adding a little bit of water just to steam it up a bit, and then my green peas and sweet corn, because what is fried rice without green peas and sweet corn really? And a little bit of carrot, basically for color and more flavor. We let that cook together for a little bit. Now I'm adding salt at the later end, because I always like all the seasoning to do just stuff first, and then I add salt towards the end. If you should always taste at that point to make sure your salt content is fine, and if not, you can add a bit more. Now it has steamed for a little bit, say about 5 to 10 minutes. You mix together to make sure it is cooked all the way through, soft enough for you, and there's no more moisture, and then you serve. Look at that platter. It's time to chow down. So thank you guys for watching, and if you like to see the recipe for the crunchy chicken we've combined in this meal, is also on our channel. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.